Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's makeup look will be an Indian bridal makeup tutorial. I do this technique a little bit differently so that the makeup can last a very, very long time and in all kinds of weather conditions. So please keep watching and subscribe to my channel. First off, we're going to start by moisturizing my face with Clinique's dramatically different moisturizer. That is one of my favorite moisturizers. Second, we are going to set the moisturizer with Milk Makeup's Blur setting spray. And now I am priming my face with Cover FX blurring primer. I don't typically use fingertips to apply primer, so please use a brush. As you noticed, I set my moisturizer with setting spray because I like to take a little bit longer to prep my skin. I just stopped here to brush out my brows while my primer is setting. So again, guys, moisturize, setting spray, primer, and now I'm going to set the primer with Becca's Blur Set and Refresh Powder. Just lightly dab on the powder to set my primer before I start my makeup. So now that my skin is all prepped up for this, as you can see, I kept on setting it. I do really take a long time to prep my skin before I begin the process of applying my foundation or anything, as a matter of fact. Now my skin is all set and I'm setting it one last time with setting spray. Next, we're going to take NYX eyeshadow base in Skin Tone. And apply it all over our lid and under our brows. Next, I'm taking my Too Faced palette, Natural Lust, and I'm using the color Set in Stone for my transition tone. Next, I am using from the same palette, Love Spark, just to highlight my brow bone. Next, I'm using the shade Hot to Trot right in my crease. The key here is, guys, just to blend, because Indian bridal makeup is a lot of different tones, different colors, depending on what kind of look you're going for. As you can see, I added a little bit to the inner corners of my eyes. Next, the Norvina palette in the shade Passion. And a little bit of Volatile. Next, I'm using Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chrome Paint. It's a little paint pot. It's really nice pigmented gold shade that I'm using. I did spray my brush with a little bit of setting spray just to pick up a little bit more pigment. Next, I'm using Stila's Liquid Eyeshadow Glitter and Glow in the shade Kitten Karma. This is a really icy gold to go over that really dramatic gold that I had just put on the top of my lids. Again, we're back to the Norvina palette in the shade Passion, and we are just blending everything together with this shade. Just to the outer corners and the crease. Next, I am going to be using the Becca foundation, but first I'm going to color correct with LA Girl's Orange Corrector. I do have a lot of darkness around the mouth area and under my eyes, so for darker skin, this is one of my favorite color correctors, especially when it comes to bridal makeup. I like to blend the corrector after applying it with a brush, just with my fingers, and don't be afraid to see so much orange, because believe me, it is all going to come together. The key is just to blend as much as you can in all the areas where you see darkness. Now, Becca foundation in the shade Tan. This is their Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. I'm going to be applying this all over to my face. I'm just applying it with a foundation brush. And then I will be using the Beauty Blender to blend everything out. I'm bringing it down to the neck. And guys, don't let it get to you that it's too light. Everything is going to blend together. I'm just setting it now with the Beauty Blender. And when I say setting it, I feel like the Beauty Blender really does set the foundation. It pushes the foundation into your skin. This is NYX concealer in Can't Stop, Won't Stop. It's just a shade or two lighter than my foundation. It is on the warmer side. I do not like my skin to look really white, like patchy. So I do try to keep my concealer as close as possible to my foundation as I can. I'm just blending everything with the Beauty Blender. Now I'm going to set everything with Becca's blurring powder in the shade Translucent. This is what you all know is like the baking process now. I am just going to set that in the areas that I want highlighted. This is Lancome's stick foundation. It's called their Ultra Wear Makeup Stick in the shade 555 Suede. I use this for contouring because I do have a darker skin tone. And I'm using a brush to just blend out my contour here. I do like a darker contour. And if it's blended out right, you can't really see any lines or anything, so don't be afraid to use a darker shade. Always keep in mind that when you're blending out contour, you want to blend it out upwards toward the high points of your cheeks. Now I'm just buffing out everything with my powder, just the translucent powder. I'm using a little bit on a powder brush and not really going in hard, just lightly dusting off the face. Now I'm going to be using the Brow Kit by Koki Cosmetics in their shade Black. Now I'm going to be using the Norvina palettes, the shade Passion, for my under my eyes. Now I'm using Tartlet in Bloom by Tarte Cosmetics, and I am using the shade Smoke Show just to create a smoky effect under the eyes. I'm also using two different liners by Milani. One of them is their Kohl Kajal, and one is their Stay Put Waterproof Eyeliner, which will be the second one that I'm using now. I just love how dark this is. So it really, really does make my eyes stand out a lot, especially for Indian bridal makeup. It's all about the eyes. I'm going to be lining the top of my eyes as well with the same eyeliner, Milani Stay Put Waterproof Eyeliner. This has been one of my favorite eyeliners for the past couple years. It is ultra waterproof and smudge resistant. Lining the inner top of my eyes as well, just to deepen and darken the eyes as much as possible. I also line the top with my pencil first before I go in with liquid or the marker. I will be using the, this is a new brand that I just got, so I don't even know the exact name for it, but it is a felt tip marker for the eyes. You can use any one of them. Tarte has one, Stila has one. There's so many different types of markers you can get. Felt tip liners, basically, that you can get to use. Just I'm making sure I'm lining all of my eye, basically, with this felt tip liner now. I do like to hold my skin taut when I am doing my eyeliner. I just like to have it very perfect. So please don't be afraid to, hold or maneuver your arms to the correct position to make it comfortable for yourself. Again, I'm just using the shade Passion in the Norvina palette. I'm using Clinique's Dramatically Different mascara here, just a light mascara for my eyes before I put my falsies on. I'm using Ardell's 3D Faux Mink eyelashes. This is probably one of the hardest jobs, is to getting your eyelashes on. Now I'm using Photobomb from The Balm Cosmetics. It's a powder foundation, and I just use the dark shade for my, just to enhance my contouring a little bit more. Again, by The Balm Cosmetics, it's called Instain. It is a blush. I am using the color Toil. My favorite highlighter in the whole wide world is Too Faced Candlelight. I like to highlight. I do like to highlight my face, set it, and then highlight it a second time. Again, I don't do a whole lot the first time around, so I just go in between. Like, why shouldn't we set our highlight? So now I'm using Urban Decay's All Nighter to set my makeup, and then going over my highlight one more time. Until I find it that it is now perfect, or at least close to perfect. I'm going over my blush one more time because I feel like I do want to enhance it a little bit. Now I am using the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade 12 Bordeaux. I'll be using Joa's Joa Cosmetics. What a Matte Liquid Lipstick. I love this shade. It is called Cherry Cola. Exactly what I needed with my outfit. I do apply all my lipsticks with a brush. I just feel more comfortable using a brush and not, causing any cross contamination. Using Urban Decay Special Effects glitter just to in the middle of my lips. And here we go, guys. This is the finished look. Believe me, guys, this makeup will stay on until you take it off. No joke. I have been doing bridal makeup for about 15 years now, and just perfecting this technique over time, I have known that brides do come back to me and say that their makeup lasted all night and was still on till the next day. So please use this technique. Tell me how you like it. Let me know if you want more. Any questions, any comments, please comment below. And again, thank you for watching my channel, and I hope to do more videos very soon. Thank you.